Eurasian, Kamchatka, Ushuri, and the Russian polar bear became over the decades the unofficial symbols of Russia. But why? To properly answer this question, we have to dig deep into history, traditions, geography, and even a little bit of century-old fake news. Russia's official and only symbol was and still is double-headed eagle, but most of us does not associate Russia with it. It was not the symbol of 1980s Olympics in Moscow, nor part of the 2014 Sochi Olympic symbols. But do you know what was? Bear named Misha and a polar bear. To understand why bears and Slavs are tightly connected and related, we have to go back into Middle Ages onto Slavic territory. To pagan Slavs, the bear was a totem animal, and some Slavic truples even were traveling with tamed bears as a companion and warriors. Yes, bears are tameable like other animals. For example, search for bear Wojciech. But the first real and popular association between Russia and bears comes from early 16th century from merchants, travelers, storytellers, and a diplomat. In 1526, an Australian diplomat named Zygmunt von Herberstein wrote the following about the winter in Russia. Bears, driven by hunger, left the woods, ran around neighboring villages and broke into houses. At the sight of them, villagers fled their houses and died of cold, a pitiful death. This statement was later copied, translated, and spread around. Thus, myth about bears roaming Russian streets was born. Another instance was from the 17th century from today's Belarus. In the town of Smorgon was a bear training academy for European circuses. Although Smorgon was part of a Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth at the time, other countries only knew it was at the east, and Russia was east as well. Europe was still in turmoil in spite of 30 years' war, and America was still in the process of colonization. So nobody bothered to check if the myth holds true or not, nor were the concerned with geopolitical accuracy, bringing another fake myth to life. But this time, myth took off and was remembered and expanded to the point where Russians accepted it. Throughout the rest of the history, various political cartoons and political satire portrayed Russia as a bear. This was also strongly influenced during Second World War and ensuing Cold War. Russia accepting and acknowledging the world associated them with bears capitalized on it to the point where Russian bear became Russia's symbol. In Russian, Ruski Medved. Russia, instead of distancing themselves from all foreign created political or satirical art, sketches or texts, they were portrayed as a bear, capitalized on it. Most notably in the late 20th century, where they announced that their mascot for 1980s Olympics will be a cuddly small bear cub Misha. That got worldwide attention with mixed reaction, while at the time Russia was still seen as a hungry and deadly, like a bear, state. Yet their mascot was one of the cutest things at the time. And a little bit later, bear was taken as a symbol of current in power Russian political party United Russia with chairman Dmitry Medvedev. So there you have it. Now you can harass your friends with this information. If you want to learn more, subscribe. It's free and you can change your mind later. Bye.